1.
My name is Evie Booker. This is Paige Harrison. I'm 15. She's 14. We're both freshmen at Mandarin High School, and this is Slavic Games. The main problem is that customers have no real story-driven games. Most of them have gone to multiplayer, which is the cash money bank of the gaming industry. They rely on multiplayer in order to make their own profit rather than going towards mainstream single-player games like Detroit Become Human, which came out recently last year. And most games get repetitive, such as Fortnite, or PUBG, or Call of Duty even, which comes out with a new game about every year. And we wish to change that industry.
Our company will make story-driven, innovative, and revolutionary games. Our game mechanics, art, and stories will provide an exceptional experience unlike other games. We'll provide jobs to those who are looking to make money off of commissions, and finally receive recognition for their art style, so we'll commission people for their art to be put in the game as art assets. And we will also provide jobs for writers that wish to show off their skills or creators and put their stories to work. Our company will make story-based games aimed at teens and adults. Once we get the results on how the game is done on the market, we will take a fraction of the money and give it to people that really need it, such as charities. We create games to appeal to those who want a story rather than a multiplayer co-op experience. We also give insight to our up-and-coming games on our website, providing sketches of the in-game characters.
The definition of one unit is, of course, one game, which we sell at $30 because it's not going to be very huge, just because of the fact that we have no money to really pay for any advertisement other than a small website. And the cost of materials would be almost nothing due to the fact that I already have all the materials I need in order to start coding, to write. Paige has what she needs in order to start doing her art stuff. Cost of labor, I don't think we should be paying ourselves much or at all in the first maybe year or two, due to the fact that we might not be selling as many games as we wish to. So our honest to God contribution margin would be $30. And our total expenses would be insurance for parts, our salaries would be $400 depending on how much we make. So we might get a very small fraction of that. And the interest would be $100. Our industry is, of course, the gaming industry because it's one of the largest ones around. The annual industry sales gets $18.8 billion a year, and our demographics are teens to adults or ages 14 and up. Our geographics would be young adults primarily in the U.S. or preferably in the state of Florida. Psychographics would be like story-based games or single-player experiences, and our buying patterns are buying games and or more game-related content at least once every other week or once a month. It depends. Our total population of targeted geographic area, which would be Florida, Georgia, and any nearby states in our area. The population would be 180 million because most Americans do have at least one console in their house. And our market size would be, based on a survey, 160 million for those who actually like story-based games compared to multiplayer.
Our company, we would use our company website for the games and download, and we would market it through social media such as Instagram and Twitter, and we would have it through Steam and other websites where you can download games. Our competition would be Quantum Dreams and Epic Games. While Epic Games doesn't provide much of story, Quantum Dreams does, but we would have more easy controls and better art.
I myself am a writer. I've been writing for about 3 to 4 years since middle school. I'll be providing the script at the games in the beginning before we can even hire or think about hiring other writers to help us with our business. I will also be practicing coding while doing all of this. Paige is an artist and a talented one in that fact, so she'll be in charge of the artwork until we can actually get another artist for our game. Our gross revenue would be $22,640. for, I think, what would be our first year since we're very small. We want to sell at least 4,500 units in order to make that much money, and our net profit would be $3,400. Our item is game development. Why needed 3 computer software programs for tablet would cost at least $10,000 due to the fact that most of the stuff we need is very expensive because technology is apparently very hard to use. Our emergency fund would be $5,000 in order to pay for any electronics we need to be replaced, or even just get certain parts to make it run better. And our reserve for fixed expenses would be $4,000 in order to keep paying for what we need within the first year. So our total startup investment would be $19,250. Our return on investment would be about 17 cents because we're very tiny, and return on sales would be 15 cents.
We would grow through making small ads on websites and by making donations. And our plans for the philanthropy is to donate to charities.
This has been our company, Slavic Games.